Hey gals and guys, it's your host Phil Larson, and this is your Motivational High Five on Dreams. Let's do this. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you are listening to this. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you joined me in this little venture on the little side part of my life, which is not the main part, but it's something that I'm kind of doing as a hobby, and I'm welcoming people along, and people are jumping on board. And one of those people today is a guy who's kind of become a friend, a mentor, Tim McMorris. I met Tim because, well, we are both composers and contribute music to the same stock audio website, Audio Jungle. And he's been a mentor to a lot of other composers on there. And we've corresponded back and forth via email for a few years now. Tim would not share this with the public. I will, because I'd like to brag on him. But he has sold on Audio Jungle over 56,000 licenses to use his tracks. And, you know, at least $19 a piece, well, I'll let you do the math. And his music really resonates. He has a high YouTube following, and his music is featured in several viral videos. I bet if you went and checked out his music, you would go, oh, I've heard that somewhere. He really crosses some genres like folk to hip hop, and he has just this voice that just works in all of them. And I don't really understand how it works, but he found the secret sauce to do it. He's got some great talent. He's a co-founder of a production company called King's Crown Productions. He has most notably been featured in commercials by Toyota and Subway and Samuel Adams. You know, links to connect with Tim will be included on the show notes, or just go to timmcmorris.com. Emailing back and forth with Tim, I know he's got some wisdom and some big dreams, while still remaining anchored in what's important. So, here he is.
I think it's interesting that whoever coined the phrase chasing a dream chose the particular verb they did. Chasing. It's defined as to pursue in order to seize. It tells us that they understood something about having a dream, specifically that obtaining a dream is not something that comes to you with little effort, but is something that must be passionately sought after. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of chasing dreams. This busyness, the pursuit of a dream, the pursuit of success, has caused me to contemplate and be consumed by a question. A reoccurring idea, at first just a whisper, but now an inward shout, that is permeating my everyday thoughts and has started to radically reshape and redefine my life. It's caused me to reevaluate the way I'm using my time and really consider the things I'm pursuing. So here's the question. Is it possible that I'm so focused on the dreams and successes of tomorrow that I am missing the life that I have today? Now, don't get me wrong, it's wise to plan for the future. Life is, in fact, like chess in many ways, and if you're not thinking ahead on some level, it won't be long before you find yourself in checkmate. Our culture, however, has become obsessed with the promise of the future. I think people like thinking about the future because the promise of tomorrow offers a very special thing, hope for something better than what we are experiencing right now. The problem with obsessing over the future, however, is that by nature it makes you dissatisfied with the present. It's like children in a car on their way to Disneyland asking, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" It doesn't matter how many exciting things happen on the way. They're so focused on getting to Disneyland that nothing else registers. To me, it's such a tragedy when someone, after years of toil and struggle, finally reaches their dream only to realize it doesn't give them the satisfaction they believed it would. I have a young daughter who recently just turned 1, and some moments in life only come once, and you won't have another opportunity to take part in them. I will only have the moment I am in right now to enjoy my daughter at this stage of life. What's important right now is that I'm outside with her playing in the yard, not that I'm planning what university she'll attend. So with all of this being said, deeply contemplating this question of mine, I've concluded that happiness is not really a point or a destination, but a direction, and is more often than not found in the journey between dreams. For me personally, I've realized that the pursuit of a dream is more fun and rewarding than obtaining the dream itself oftentimes. I'm not saying don't dream, but don't just dream. Don't just live in your tomorrows before they arrive. Learn to value, appreciate, and be thankful for the things you have in your life at this very moment. There's a great quote from Regina Brett that says, "If we all threw our problems in a pile and saw everyone else's, we'd grab ours back." Many of us have it a lot better than we perceive. We all face challenges and fight our own battles for sure, but learning to enjoy today, regardless of its imperfections, is one of the greatest keys to a happy life. I think many of the things we're really looking for in life are oftentimes right in front of us already, but we're simply so busy chasing something else that we don't notice. Some say seize the day. Others say seize the future. I say live in the balance. Be happy in the journey between dreams. Seize both the present and the future. And miss nothing.
So again, here's the question Tim posed. Am I so focused on the dreams and successes of tomorrow that I'm missing the life that I have today? And it is okay to dream. It's good to dream. Dreams propel us forward. But while we are moving forward, take in your surroundings. What is happening along the way that you can be grateful for? That's how we get the most satisfaction out of life, is that we live in the balance. We live by having dreams and by realizing that we are living a dream, that we are living maybe something that we had wanted before, you know? For instance, I am making a living while writing music, and 3 or 4 years ago, I never thought that would be possible. But now I have other goals to reach a certain level, and I can get distracted from, hey, I'm living that dream from 4 years ago. I am living it. Don't miss the most important people and the most important things that are happening to you today. Let the journey between dreams be enough, while you do continue to propel forward and move forward to your next dream. But reaching that destination of, okay, I attained a dream, then I will be happy, that is a wrong way to see things. Happiness is a direction. Are you moving toward your dream? Then be grateful. Live in the now. Be present. And if you're not, that's okay too. I want this podcast, it is. I want this to be a realistic podcast, okay? Maybe you're in a funk. Maybe you've lost the dream, and that's okay too. Go back and listen to some of the other podcasts, like on Potential, where the dream hasn't left you. It just may be dormant, hanging out inside of you. Life is precious, and when we are so caught up in what's to come, we miss what is happening now. We miss living now. And thanks for joining us for this 5 minutes, this podcast. You know, none of these, I'm not paying any of my guests. It is something that they are volunteering to do, to offer, what they've learned along the way. And can we collaborate? Can we come together and create something great and something inspiring and motivating? And if you're feeling motivated, please let me know. Phil@thestoryshop.tv is my email. Email me. I get so much encouragement from hearing about those emails. And if you got a story that you're telling and you want to share it, let's join together. The whole idea about this is to confront the negative narratives and the things maybe that aren't necessarily true with positive and true narratives in our lives. And how we do that is when we end each episode, we look into the mirror, or we decide at some point today to find a reflection of ourselves, and we speak positive narratives as an active part of rewiring our brain. And this possibility to rewire a brain is called neuroplasticity, and it's explained in episode 15, so check that out. So at some point, will you commit to say this to yourself today? I can move in the directions of my dreams while remaining present to the blessings of my current life. And that's what it is. It's balance. No one can create balance in your life. It is your choice to create that. And it is possible, let me tell you. been there, done that. Life still gets out of balance, and yet I come back and I try to balance things out. I talk it out with the people that need to, but I ultimately make the decision, okay, am I going to put more weight on this, or am I going to remain present to that? And the decision rides on me just like you. The decision, it starts with you.